Let us turn to Saint Anthony and let your miracle begin with just one prayer today. My dear friend, have you ever sat in the dark with your hands folded and whispered a prayer so soft you weren't even sure if it reached heaven? Have you ever felt like you were carrying someone else's pain so deeply that you didn't know where your burden ended and theirs began? For many of us live somewhere in the whole world. Maybe it's your father lying in a hospital bed after yet another surgery. Maybe it's your child struggling to get better while you pretend to be strong. Or maybe it's your spouse, still present in the house, but so distant in heart. You wonder if love will ever return. We don't talk about it much, but in the silence of kitchens, car rides, and hospital hallways, we're praying, even when we don't know how. And that's where Saint Anthony comes in, not in a loud miracle, not in thunder or fire, but in those quiet, almost invisible ways that make you stop and say, "That had to be God." Saint Anthony is known for finding what's been lost. But sometimes, what we've lost isn't a set of keys. It's peace, hope, or the feeling of being held by something greater than ourselves. If your heart is heavy tonight, if someone you love is sick, hurting, or drifting away, I want you to do something simple. Write their name in the comments below. Don't worry if it feels silly. Just let it be an act of faith, a small light in the dark. And if you feel drawn to stay, subscribe. Not for numbers or noise, but to remain in this quiet circle of prayer, where we believe in healing, in miracles, and in a God who listens. Let's take a breath. Let's come before heaven softly, and let's begin this prayer together. O compassionate Saint Anthony, I come before you today with a heart heavy with worry for myself, or for someone I love who is struggling with their health. So many of us are dealing with a heavy load right now, whether it's caring for our elderly parents who are weakening, or watching our children fight a serious illness. Some of us are battling a chronic condition ourselves, enduring constant pain that never seems to end. The sheer thought of another hospital visit or the terrifying weight of a new diagnosis fills me with anxiety. My heart aches to see this pain, and I feel the weight of this struggle right down to my bones. It's a pain that can isolate you and make you wonder if you'll ever feel normal again. I place all this pain and worry into your loving hands, please. Saint Anthony, intercede with God for a true healing of their bodies. Ask him to reach down and touch every tired cell, every weakened organ, and bring about a miraculous recovery. For those in pain, please ask for the grace of patience in their suffering and a powerful sense of trust in God as they wait for answers. We pray for every doctor and nurse, asking for God's divine light to give them clear judgment and wisdom in their work. Please bring comfort and hope to every person on a hospital bed and every family waiting by their side. Help us to believe in healing and to find peace in God's will. Whatever it may be, we surrender this struggle to you, knowing that healing may already be underway even before we feel it. We also pray for good test results, for effective treatment that truly works. And please, send us good doctors and nurses who can support us at just the right time. Grant us new hope every single day. O loving Saint Anthony, I come to you today with a deep sorrow for families that are breaking apart. It's heartbreaking to see when parents and children no longer speak, when spouses live together but are like strangers. I witness the pain of coldness, of arguments that never seem to end, or the silence that becomes unbearable. The threat of divorce looms large, affecting everyone. The constant tension weighs heavily on hearts, and the home that should be a sanctuary feels like a battlefield. I long for the days when laughter filled the rooms, when love was palpable, and understanding came easily. I remember the joy we once shared, and my heart aches for that unity to return. Saint Anthony, I place these strained and broken relationships in your tender care. Please intercede with God to heal these deepest wounds that divide families. Ask God to shine His light into every family member's heart, helping them to open up and truly listen to one another. Please, mend the painful memories of the past, those words that hurt so deeply. I pray for a miracle of reconciliation, where forgiveness becomes possible and genuine communication can begin again. Please make our family meals joyful again, filled with laughter and gentle understanding. Help us to place God at the very center of our home, so that His peace can truly reign. Guide us all to truly forgive and to listen, with open hearts and renewed patience, so our family can be reunited in love and peace. My heart is reaching out to you, Saint Anthony, for all those who are wrestling with unseen battles in their minds. You know how easily our thoughts can get tangled up in worry, how anxiety can just wrap around us like a cold blanket at night. This isn't about a physical ailment. It's about the deep weariness of a mind that just won't be still. For those dealing with stress, insomnia, depression, or feeling utterly useless and exhausted, their struggles are so real and so painful. They feel lost, and sometimes it's hard to even put into words the turmoil they feel inside. There are days when a heavy fog just hangs over their thoughts, making it hard to find any joy or clarity. It's a weight you carry in your chest, a tightness that makes it hard to breathe. Sometimes, I feel like I'm losing control of my own mind. So, I bring all of this to you, please. Saint Anthony, be our advocate and pray for a deep peace in our minds. Ask God to help me stop these exhausting thought patterns that drain my spirit. Help my mind to truly find comfort and direction from God. Heal the very root causes of this inner unrest, those deep-seated fears or past traumas that fuel the anxiety. We pray for the grace to let go of the things we can't control, to untangle our thoughts from the endless list of what-ifs. Please ask God to fill our souls with a calm that feels as effortless as a gentle breeze, bringing us to a place of rest. We ask for a soul that feels as at peace as a child wrapped safely in the arms of God. Bring a stillness to our restless hearts and minds, so that we can find true peace and feel God's presence in the quiet moments. And please, help me see even the smallest light in my soul, and send me support from loved ones and friends who truly understand. O loving Saint Anthony, I bring to you today the quiet ache of long broken relationships. It's a specific kind of pain when a parent and child aren't speaking, or when brothers and sisters are locked in conflict. Maybe a close friend has cut off contact over a misunderstanding that seems impossible to bridge. These are not just disagreements. They are deep wounds that fester over years, leaving a void in our hearts. The silence is deafening, and the longing for connection is constant. I often wonder what could have been, and if healing is even possible after so much time. Saint Anthony, I place these broken relationships in your tender care. Please untangle the knots in our souls, the pride that keeps us from reaching out, the hurt that hardens our hearts, the shame that makes us withdraw. I pray that God creates a chance encounter, a divine opportunity for these estranged people to meet again in peace. Guide them to be humble and truly listen to each other. Please teach us the way to be humble and to truly listen. Help us to remember the love that once bound us, a love that can be rekindled even after years of distance. May your powerful intercession remind us that family and friendship are sacred gifts, worth fighting for, and that God's grace can restore what seems broken beyond repair. I pray for a genuine renewal of these relationships, turning years of silence into a new beginning. O compassionate Saint Anthony, my heart is filled with the deepest anxieties a parent can know. I come to you today for my children who are distant from us or who have sadly gone astray. Perhaps a child has left home and we don't know where they are or if they are safe. Some are battling addictions that hold them captive, their lives spiraling out of control. Others live with no apparent purpose, completely disconnected from their family, and refuse to share their struggles. This constant worry for their spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being is a heavy cloak that many parents wear each day. It keeps us up at night, and we feel so powerless to truly fix things for them. Please, dear Saint Anthony, intercede for us. I ask you to become an invisible protector for our children every single day. Watch over them when we cannot. Shield our children from every trap, every harmful influence, and every danger that seeks to ensnare them. Please, Saint Anthony, grant them the grace to return home, to find their way back to God's loving embrace and to the path of truth. We pray for their bodies to be safe from harm and their souls to be guarded from spiritual darkness. Keep their young hearts from growing cold and uncaring, nurturing within them compassion and warmth. And for us, the parents who worry so deeply, please grant us patience and boundless mercy as we wait and pray for them. Help us to trust that God's love for our children is even greater than our own, and that your prayers will guide them back. O loving Saint Anthony, I come to you today with a heavy heart for marriages that are deeply wounded. So many couples are grappling with profound hurt caused by past mistakes, by infidelity that shattered trust, or by acts of betrayal that seemed unforgivable. Yet, despite the immense pain, there's still a glimmer of hope, a desire to save the marriage, especially for the sake of the children. It's a journey filled with agonizing choices, doubt, and immense courage to even consider rebuilding. I know it takes extraordinary grace to choose love again when hearts are broken. Saint Anthony, I place these struggling marriages in your tender care. Please intercede for God to grant each person the grace to choose love again, even when it hurts, even when it's hard. Help us to recognize the specific things that caused our marriage to break down, to confront them honestly. Please give us the courage to say, "I'm sorry," to genuinely forgive, and to truly start over. I pray that God becomes the bridge that reconnects these fractured hearts, mending what seems irreparable. Please grant profound healing not only to the couple, but also to their children who have witnessed the pain. May your powerful intercession bring forth reconciliation, renewed trust, and a profound rebirth of love and unity in these marriages, transforming past hurts into a foundation for a stronger, more compassionate future together. O steadfast Saint Anthony, I come to you today with a heart burdened by a major family crisis. Perhaps we are facing a devastating illness, the threat of bankruptcy, or the heartbreaking loss of a loved one. In these moments of profound upheaval, my faith feels shaken. It's hard to keep believing when everything around me feels like it's falling apart. I might have prayed countless times, and yet the answers haven't come in the way I expected. The silence from heaven can feel deafening, and the temptation to give up on God altogether is strong. Saint Anthony, I earnestly ask for your powerful intercession to help me stand firm in this trial. Please grant me the courage to keep praying, even when I don't see an immediate answer. Help me to see God's hand at work, even subtly, through the people who come into our lives at just the right moment. I pray for my entire family to cling to each other more tightly through this ordeal, finding strength and comfort in our unity. Please remind me that God is always working behind the scenes, even in the darkest moments. May your powerful intercession strengthen my faith, so that every pain becomes a place where I lean on Mother Mary and Saint Anthony, finding refuge and unwavering trust in God's plan. Help me to believe that even in suffering, God's grace is sufficient. We've walked through a quiet kind of prayer together, one that whispered for healing, for love restored, and for the silent corners of the home and of the heart to feel Atlaba again. If you're still sitting there wondering whether anything is different, I just want to remind you, it is. Even if the world around you looks the same, something has already begun to shift within you, because when we pray, even gently, even with trembling hands, heaven listens. And Saint Anthony has always drawn close to the broken, to the forgotten, to the prayers we don't say out loud. So, thank you, Saint Anthony, for holding our families in your care, for standing in the gap when words failed us, for being near when we weren't sure love would ever return. If someone you love still needs healing, still needs to find their way home, write their name below. We will pray with you. Quietly, faithfully, without needing to know the whole story, because love like that doesn't ask for explanations. And if this space gave you even a little peace, a little light, then stay with us. Subscribe, not because we count followers, but because this small circle of faith is where people keep showing up and praying for each other. So tonight, as you turn off the lights and rest your heart, I hope you feel it, that quiet reassurance that you are not alone, that someone, somewhere, is still praying with you. May this night be gentle. May your family feel held, and may your home begin again with peace.